Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like up, so make sure to bookmark this spot and come back between 9 p.m. 10 p.m. ET for our The Chicken Sisters recap. While you wait for the recap, make sure to check out all our The Chicken Sisters news, spoilers, recaps, and more right here. In tonight's The Chicken Sisters episode, Frank Jr. wasn't necessarily a bad guy. He just grew up idolizing his father. He wanted to be just like him. He watched his father bulldoze over everyone, and he thought that's what a real man does. Junior wasn't as strong as Senior. He was lazy. He wasn't smart. He also couldn't fake the qualities he felt his father best exhibited. His father came to see that for himself. It happened at a business meeting. Frank Jr. was supposed to take charge. His duty was to highlight their business plan and schmooze potential investors. Junior was so bad at the basic minimum that his father never looked at him the same. Senior started going fishing by himself. He stopped talking about Franny's with his son. He lost all faith in him. Frank Jr. essentially lost his dad, and the two never made up before his father's death. It's now why Frank Jr. was still searching for an opportunity to make his father proud. He wanted to show his dad that he had what it took to keep running the business. It's even become an obsession now that his father wasn't around to see any of this himself. Though Senior wasn't the perfect person that Junior or his mother thought he was. Nancy realized that her husband was complicated. Frank Jr. still couldn't see that for himself after he called the health department on Mimi's. The restaurant was clean. The house in the back and on the same lot was a hoarder's nest. No, really it was a hoarder's dream because it was Gus's dream. She was the hoarder. She had deliveries made to her house that she brought to the restaurant. This plus the lot thing had left her vulnerable. Her restaurant could get shut down just because the state of her house. This was a small town. Plenty of people knew who was behind the call. The sheriff found Frank Jr. still sleeping it off in the phone booth. Also, the call itself managed to come back around to Shauna. Shauna was the biggest gossip in town. She was with a friend the night before. Her friend happened to work for the county's office. Shauna heard about the call, and she went running over to Amanda. Amanda had thankfully gotten back home after her night with Sergio. She didn't have enough time to change clothes, and no one noticed at first because they were all busy helping. Amanda went over to Gus's house after Shauna told her everything. She knew the health inspector was coming. It was either going to be that day or the next. It was a lot of junk, and so Amanda convinced Gus to go to May. They went to her hotel. They ran into May's fiancé, Jay. Gus asked him a few questions. He wasn't a criminal and was smart enough to fear Gus. She liked him instantly. May was also finally being honest with him. Jay went with them back to Gus's house. He saw for himself what May has been running from. It was worse than when they were growing up. May made a living out of cleaning up after others. Her mother's place, however, was so much that she had to escape to her happy place. She pretended this was a TV show, like this wasn't her childhood home or that her mother didn't cause it. May's disassociation still wasn't enough to clean up the place, and that's when Nancy came through. Nancy heard from Shauna. She roped the whole town into going over to help Gus. They all pitched in cleaning up to help her. Sergio was so happy for them that he cooked for them. Mind you, some of these people have never eaten at Mimi's because of their loyalty to Franny's only. It was tiring work what they were doing. They ate. They loved the food. The food at Franny's went downhill once Frank Jr. took over. He once said that the thing he was best at was making chicken, and it was, until he got lazy with that as he did with everything else. The whole town showed up ready to help Mimi's live another day. Gus was Frank Jr.'s mother-in-law, and he couldn't even pretend to care about her or her family business. Frank Jr. had no respect for his wife or his mother. Nancy was the first to notice Amanda was wearing the same clothes as the day before. The same for Sergio. She asked Amanda outright if she betrayed her husband. Amanda replied that Frank Jr. betrayed her first. She knew it was him that called the health inspector on her mother. She also could see for herself that he couldn't pretend to be a gentleman, much less show up when his family needed him. Nancy was so hurt by that. She went over to Franny's. She found her son eating chicken like he had no care in the world. Frank Jr. didn't bother lying to his mother. He happily admitted to what he did. He said his daddy would want them to win at all cost, and that alone sickened Nancy. She couldn't look at him afterwards. Back at Gus's, Sabrina showed up with the film crew. They were going to record the whole thing when she got into a confrontation with her daughter. Lindsay tried to talk to her mom. She said this was going to embarrass Gus's family. Lindsay was close to Gus's granddaughter. They were friends. Lindsay said as much to her mother, which led Sabrina to reminding Lindsay that she only hung out with Frankie to keep her busy while they filmed the adults. Frankie heard that. She ran off crying. Lindsay went after her. There's no telling if their friendship can survive what happened. Sabrina then saw for herself that sometimes she does go too far. She shouldn't be documenting people's pain. She stopped filming. She felt surer about the decision after talking to May. May said that this business has been in the family for generations. It's all they got. It was their legacy. May went back to cleaning, and she tried to get the place right. Only she couldn't keep faking it. She fell apart. Her sister was there for her. The two talked. They both agreed that their mother was never going to choose them over her junk. Gus overheard them. It helped her make a decision. Gus kicked everyone helping her out. She then set her house on fire. She wanted it to burn along with all the junk. She finally wanted to show her children that she chooses them. She loves them.